Before we get started, just to keep it lighthearted, one-time exception, guys, I want to show you this meme, how people think it's like to hodl, just breeze, walk in the park, 1,000% weeks every month. And then what it's actually like to hodl, welcome to reality. You got rocks, you got forests, you got oceans, you got more cliffs, right? But guys, notice the finish line is the same. And in my opinion, if you do weather the storm, you will reach this finish line and you will be sitting very nice with high percentage returns, in my opinion. So starting off with the technical analysis and the price action, guys, obviously we bled a lot today. We were down almost 14% on the day. I didn't think it could come to this. My account lost more than $1,000 today. For a college student, someone in my shoes, that's a lot of money. But I can't complain, guys. I had $5,000, $6,000 like a month ago, right? So I can't complain. And I don't think anyone that is watching this video should either, in my opinion. But guys, in my opinion, we actually do have good news here. Believe it or not, we are bouncing off this ascending level of support, and we are forming higher highs and higher lows. As long as we hold this ascending trend line, obviously we're going to be looking very nice in the next couple of days. But again, guys, I don't want to give you false hope, guys. Remember when I said when we were up here and I said we have so many supports to break through that I just don't think it's happening unless the markets dump. Obviously, the markets dumped, and this is my biggest pet peeve about the markets. When the markets dump like this, everything gets dragged down, and then when the markets pump, they don't really get pumped. They don't really recover. As you can see with my entire positions, which is essentially a watch list, right? Because I have so many positions, right? But if you actually look at my watch list with all these stocks, right? I know it's a little overwhelming, but nothing really recovered from the losses earlier today. Like they recovered a little bit, but not really, right? But that's how much of this decline is just to blame, because of the markets. I don't know, maybe probably a lot in my opinion. But guys, as far as the technicals go, we are extremely oversold. We're sitting at 35.84 in the hourly RSI. And guys, take a look at this on the daily RSI. This is actually good and bullish news in my opinion. Bullish for now, like starting now, not bullish. The last couple of days have been horrible, right? But guys, starting now, we are finally, since the first time since December the 22nd, or around that time, 18th, okay? We are at 48.10 on the RSI on the relative strength index. We are closer to being oversold than overbought. This is bullish, okay? This is very bullish. Let's take a look at the 4-hourly RSI, though, okay? 35.04. We're on the oversold side. 2-hourly, we are very oversold. We're on the 30. We are 30.95, guys. This is, I'm not saying spend your life savings, but guys, let's just take a look at my current positions real quick to drive home the point, okay? Okay, not just for Bio-Nano, right? Any stock, okay? Everything's gotten beat down so much. To me, long term, these are amazing. Any of these stocks, okay, not this one. Okay, let's actually just change this real quick. Okay, this is not true. Okay, this is the insurance play, right? Ignore that. But guys, you get my point. Everything is in a good buying zone, in my opinion. Okay, there's not much to analyze here. I mean, besides we do have this ascending level of support here. I mean, if you are looking for an entry point, I would recommend starting out now. If you can catch it at $10.07 roughly up to tomorrow's close, anywhere under $11. That's going to do you extremely well. Obviously, if the markets dump again, like they have, like perpetually, it seems like, right? I know we're in a bull market, right? We actually ended the day green. 2 of the indices ended the day green, right? But guys, unless the markets dump again, I think there is like less than a 5% chance that we break. I mean, I guess we could break this ascending level, this ascending trend line here. Doubtful in my opinion, but I think honestly, it would take if we break this $9.91 level, sitting at the 38.2% retracement level, I mean, it can happen, and I've been wrong, right? I said yesterday we closed like right around here. I said there's a small chance of breaking this trend line. We obviously broke it. And we have hit the price target based on this bull pin. Okay, if you remember a couple episodes ago, okay, did not mean to do that. Okay, let's move that back to where it was. I think that was about right there. Okay, if you remember this price target right here, I had my first price target here basically hit. Okay, it was at like 1605. We hit almost 6. We hit like 1569, right? This price target on this golden pennant right here, this golden bull pennant, it was all the way up there. Obviously, I said there was more chance of breaking to the upside unless the markets dumped. The markets dumped, and now we have hit more. We have hit the price target for the downside bull pennant and more, right? We went all the way down to 806 for a second, and some people got very lucky with a lot of, they're not even lucky, but they got extremely cheap shares. Congratulations to anyone who actually bought the dip on this. But guys, this is an extremely auspicious buy zone in my opinion. Taking a look at the moving averages, guys, we did have the death cross during the after hours of yesterday right here. If you guys don't know, these dark rectangles here, these are the market opens. The left side of these grayer, lighter bars, these are the after hours, and then to the right of that, these are the pre-markets. Okay, so in the after hours yesterday, we did have the 200-day EMA exponential moving average, the 200-day EMA cross over the 15, 13, and 21-day moving averages, the yellow, orange, and like light blue, grayish moving average right there. That's obviously extremely bearish. Okay, but guys, if we take a look at the daily, we still have all the golden crosses, right? The 200-day EMA and 15-day moving average, there's an extremely large gap between them. We're still in bullish territory, in my opinion, and we're getting closer to oversold. Okay, this is an amazing entry point, in my opinion. Taking a look at the bands, there's really not much indication of where we're going to go. Okay, there's a little inconclusive because one of the bands is spiking down and the other one is kind of hooking in. So, I mean, one of them signals decreased volatility. The other one signals increased volatility. So for me, but guys, I will say this middle band here, right? Typically with these bands, the price will typically interact with the outer band as support and this top outer band as resistance. And then the middle one is kind of where it will go, where it will kind of come back to once it hits either the support or resistance level of this outside or top band. So guys, we are obviously, this is where we should be, or at least, will probably be in the near future. 1088 right now, right? Right now we're trading at 1026. We are up after hours slightly, right? So that is bullish short term, right? I mean, guys, if you can catch an entry point, honestly, anywhere long term, that's going to do you extremely well, in my opinion. But that's what we're looking at, guys. Obviously, you hate to see it, right? We had this beautiful bull pennant. We broke to the upside, just pretty much essentially as I predicted, almost exactly. And the market's dumped. And here we are. But guys, I'm going to be going over later in the video why you should not be panicking, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm holding all my shares. I lost over $1,000 today. But guys, I'm not panicking. Okay. I'm not panicking at all. I'm holding all my shares. I'm holding. Okay. Let's take a look at the institutional ownership. Okay, guys, I want to be clear. These are just the file dates. These are not necessarily indicative of when these institutions actually bought their shares. That being said, they were filed recently. Retirement Group LLC. This one obviously was filed on the 22nd. Yesterday, they did load up 9,000 shares whenever this transaction trade was opened. Taking a look at the institutional ownership percentage, 6%. Okay, we are, that is kind of high in my opinion. That's not. I would say that's a little above average, based on what I usually see with these insider ownership, guys. I just want to let you know that, guys, based on the information that Fento.io has had, this site has been updated, right? Based on what they know, insiders have not been selling. Now, obviously, if an insider sold today, they probably would not be able to get the information out immediately. But based on what we know, they have not been selling. So this is bullish, but take it for what it is, guys. Twitter, okay, buy on Twitter. Guys, we have more good news today, okay? I'm not going to go over this because you can just follow them and go over this, okay? But essentially, optical genome mapping with Sapphire identified many variants affecting genes controlling immunity, airway mucus, viral replication. Okay, this is extremely bullish news in my opinion. This is why you got to follow Bionano. Now, obviously today, the price didn't even care, right? It just kept on dipping, right? It didn't even matter, right? But guys, this stuff like this is why I'm so confident in their future. Okay, stuff like the CEO's presentation the other day, right, where he says this is just the beginning, right? This and his confidence and his intelligence in regards to actually explaining the process of the esoteric nature of what they do and their Sapphire Technologies capabilities, right? Stuff like that, among a bunch of other reasons. This is part of the reason in my synthesis of why this stock could easily go to $200 and a year bull case. Okay, if it hits $50, I'm right. I will celebrate that if we go to $50 some point by the end of the year, before the end of the year. And if we go here, that's even better, right? Right? You guys already know how much money I have in the stock, okay? I only have $10,000, right? For a college student, that's not bad, though. For an investment account, BioNano is my highest position ratio, 23% almost, highest total cost, and it has eviscerated my 50% gains. I was up like several $1,000s on this, I believe, at one point, and now we're almost negative. Okay, guys, I'm not selling though. I'm not selling. Get this through your head if you do not already. I'm not selling. We've already hit the March 4th price target. You could have sold and taken profits, but I have not, and I do not sell BioNano shares. I only add. That is what I do. I'm not saying that's the best way to do it. This is my best investing decision based on my risk tolerance and my financial situation and my goals. And it could be different for you, but personally, guys, I do not recommend selling. Relevant information in regards to the title is finished now. My friends, feel free to click off if you have more important things to do. Okay, guys, this is really important, actually. Why you should not worry / be thankful, in my humble opinion. It's not really a humble opinion, but in my opinion, I think if you're watching this video, you have plenty to be thankful for compared to anyone else born in the world, before us or now, even if you're living in America. Or anywhere else, really, or most places at least. Okay, guys, be thankful for what you have, even if you don't have as many gains as I do. Okay, I've only had this account for a couple months, but I'm still up, $3,000, right? That's a lot of money for me personally. That might be like a fly compared to what some of your guys' accounts are, but for a college student, this is what I'm dealing with, right? So guys, just be thankful. Don't worry. If you are worrying like every day, okay, everyone worries a little bit, right? But if you're like debating panic selling when you see this kind of red, right? Look at this horrible day, right? Oh my gosh, ugly numbers. Guys, if you're panicking, honestly, if you're thinking about panic selling, I hope you didn't, first of all. But if you did, you need to do two things. One of two things. First option is just to give up and just admit, okay, investing is not for you. But the second option, and the option I would recommend, is actually look at what happened, assess it, and learn from the lesson. And if you watch my earlier videos, you could have learned from my mistakes, which is, guys, do not panic sell. Panic selling 9 out of 10 times will screw you over, in my opinion. Okay, so just be thankful, guys. Do your research, do due diligence, so when you actually see days like this, you don't panic sell, okay? Because if you just don't panic sell, okay? Let me just give you an example, okay? I know most of you already know this. I want to show you this, okay? Let's say you bought in, okay? 1 second. Let's say you bought in at the peak right here, okay? $7 roughly, okay? Let's say you bought in there with all of your portfolio, and you do no research. What are you going to do the next day? You're going to panic sell, probably. Most likely, you're going to panic sell. If you would have bought in here and done your due diligence before and done proper research, or at least like average, decent, some research, right? Watch some YouTube videos on it, read some Reddit threads, looked at some fundamentals, some balance sheets, some business model type of stuff, and the technicals maybe, okay? You would have been able to hold through this, held like not even a couple weeks, okay? Not even a couple weeks. You would now be sitting, even where we're at now, you would be sitting at 100%, more than a 100% gain. All right, this is what separates the men from the boys when it comes to investing. One of the several things, okay? Doing your due diligence before you make investing decisions. This is why I'm not worried. This is why you should not worry. And if you even know about the power of investing and getting crazy returns, right? I know obviously this is a little ironic because obviously today we had the opposite of sweet gains. We had basically the opposite of that, right? But guys, be thankful for what you have at least, and do not worry. If you are worrying, you need to reassess yourself in one of the two ways that I just mentioned. Guys, dealing with losses, you got to deal with it, okay? Everyone's different. You got to find a way to deal with it. Personally, when it's red days like this, as you guys notice, okay, I haven't been making I don't make as many videos when it's red days like this, okay? I'm not going to lie. It does affect me a little bit, right? I worry a little bit, not to the point where I'm debating panic selling, right? I've never once considered, in these last couple of weeks, guys, on red days, I've never considered panic selling on any of these investments. The only one that I'm considering selling at the moment is not because of panic. It's this one right here, because it has performed much worse than I thought it would. Okay, it's a horrible hedge against the market, or at least it has been in my experience, right? It's down 6% on the day, even though the markets were essentially flat. Okay, this stock is supposed to do good when the market does bad, right? And of course, if we look at the history, let's just look at the weekly so it's quick. Okay, never mind. What the heck is going on? Okay, there we go. Okay, if we zoom out here, right, it's done great in the crash, right? This is the crash. You know, it went from $10 to more than $100. Okay, but you know, it's not doing what it is. Okay, because the point is, I'm ranting. Okay, and if you're thinking I'm ranting, you're right, because this is the irrelevant section where I'm allowed to waste your time and where you all are at my mercy. But guys, yeah, I am considering selling that. But if I do sell anything, I will let y'all know. I'm never going to be selling, well, at least not in the near future. I'm not going to be selling any of the positions besides UVXY. I'm not even considering it. I don't care if my account goes to $5,000 tomorrow. I don't care if we get a market crash. I don't care if the market loses 70% of its value, which is not going to happen, I hope, or else that would be like Great Depression. Hope that doesn't happen. But you guys get my point, okay? Deal with losses in whatever way you want to, okay? Personally, just taking your mind off it is a good way to do it, okay? Obviously, you know, just doing more due diligence, more research, this can shore up your emotional state as far as panic selling. Okay, don't let FOMO get ahead of you. Take advantage of your mind. Don't let panic selling do it either. Okay, guys, be careful for the fake auspicious descent and everything else. Everything else, all the things that are trying to take the channel down. Okay, I've got negative comments. I haven't got too much hate, right? But I have had a couple comments that, you know, he always gets stuff wrong, you know, wrong again, right? Stuff like that. You know, this is just fuel for me personally. You know, I always tell you guys, I'm not going to be right all the time, and I make that perfectly clear. And if someone is mad about that, you know, that's fine. You're in the right. You have every right to do that, I think. But, you know, we're still gonna make money without you, right? Long term, we're gonna make more money than you are, I think, if you disagree with a lot of what this channel says. But whatever, guys, make your own decision. Make your own decisions. Okay. Also, YouTubers getting paid to pump a stock. I'm never going to do this, okay? These people can hate on me all they want as far as accuracy, but they cannot hate on my transparency, which is like probably the most important trait as far as YouTubers go, in my opinion, or at least stock YouTubers. Hey, guys, this is how you know I'm not pumping the stock. The only stocks I talk about, essentially, besides the mega technical analysis videos, are my own current positions. Okay, and I'm not pumping and dumping, right? I'm not getting paid to pump stocks, because if I was, I wouldn't actually own them, right? If you get paid to pump something, someone's like, hey, come talk about American Airlines, I'll give you $1,000, right? Guys, I don't give due diligence videos on stocks that I don't own. And if I did do that, I would probably be thinking of establishing a position. But anyways, guys, y'all already know, okay? I don't need to rant too long about that. Okay, guys, if you have a serious suggestion or question or something, email me instead of commenting, because commenting is not nearly as auspicious. I will definitely see if you email. If you comment, I may not see it, guys. I will make mistakes. Do not expect perfection from me, yourself, or anyone. You know, this is I think this is what those people in the comments that I was talking about, this is what those haters that I was talking about, this is kind of what they're missing, I think. Or, you know, people get in hard points in their life. I understand if you get mad at me, if you listen to my videos and I understand, okay, if you bought into BioLace when I told you, and you're mad at me right now, okay, firstly, you shouldn't be expecting instant gratification, right? And you shouldn't have made an investing decision based on my non-financial advice, of course. But guys, I can understand if you're mad. I understand. I probably said to buy like somewhere up here, we're getting killed. I mean, you're down like 10, 20%, you know? I'm way down. What am I? I'm down almost 20%, right? So you guys, if you bought in there, you're probably looking at like, 5-10% down. Okay, that's still horrible, right? We don't want to see red. But guys, here's what you got to understand. Firstly, I will make mistakes. Secondly, don't make investing decisions based off someone you don't know. Thirdly, guys, realize it's the long game, okay? I'm not wrong. I have not been wrong on any price targets yet. Okay, I've been right on 5 out of 7 of them so far, and we haven't even hit the month-out price target, right? My track record is extremely auspicious. And my end-of-year price targets, okay, we will see if I will hit these. But guys, I've already gotten close to hitting some of these, all right? And we've only been in this for like a month since I set them. I set them on February 5th or 4th. So just take that in mind, okay, guys. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. All right, just realize that. I hope you realize that. If you're investing, you should know this already. I truly do appreciate the overwhelming majority of comments, which are extremely positive. Thank you all so much. Please do not hesitate to call me out on something if I'm missing something in the charts, or if I accidentally mispronounce something and I'm like insider ownership 3% of the shares outstanding, and then I accident, or like instead of that, if I said like, oh, we have 5%, like, if I read it wrong or something, right, or something like that. Okay, let it be known in the comments so other people who are confused can maybe read that and get some clarification. Use several brokers like Webull. Also, before we get to Webull, follow Stocks on Reddit and Twitter, for example, so you can see this stuff and you can determine based on this if it's a good buy zone, because this is a catalyst, right, or whatever the information is. Free stocks with Webull in the description below. Pre-market and after hours trading with Webull. Very few other brokers offer this. Comment what stocks I need to cover next. Open a Roth IRA. Webull does offer this. Comment any questions, I will answer them. The future does not consist of me asking for likes or subs or putting ads on the videos in the relevant section. None of that stuff will happen in the relevant section. What you are watching now, once you see this screen and I read this, this is considered the irrelevant section, the notorious irrelevant section. That's what we're in right now. And guys, know that you can support, if you support the channel, you will be making this format of videos, of making the YouTube video, that you will contribute in making that the YouTube standard. I mean that. I'm serious. We've already had substantial, rapid success, almost instant, not instant success, because for me, it seems like it's been forever, right? Just slow growth, right? Because I'm expecting like this kind of growth, right? Just going from, $5,000 to $14,000 in a couple weeks. But now, we've pulled back since then, right? But guys, there are benefits to this, by the way. Okay, guys, this keeps you humble. When you have days like this keeps you humble. This gives you a chance to really assess, okay, what am I actually doing here? Okay, this is not an instant gratification, get rich quick scheme. If you're a beginner, that's what these red days should be doing for you if you are a beginner. You should be asking yourself these questions anyway, even if you're an experienced trader, right? I mean, if you're an experienced trader like me, you already know this stuff, but just keep yourself humble. Ask yourself, why are you investing in these companies? Or what's your plan? What's your price targets, right? Dude, make a spreadsheet like this. Make your end of year bear case and bull case and March 4th price target. If you don't know how to do that really quickly, I'm just going to tell you some things that I use in calculating that real quick. Some things I use. Okay, I'm just gonna name a couple real quick. Okay, financials, business model. Okay, actually, I'm gonna go in importance. Okay, if I can remember them all, I have them all written down. But if I can remember correctly, this is what you want to base the price targets on. Okay, number one, business model, I would say. Number two, well, this one kind of goes with the business model. Okay, market demand in the next upcoming couple years / short term. Okay, also technicals, also financials. I'm forgetting a couple others. Okay, I'm going to make a detailed video on that, describing actually more into that. Okay, I actually have written down like 8 to 10 things that I actually use to determine these price targets, guys. But first, okay, guys, these are not scientific. Okay, these are essentially guesstimates based on like 8 to 10 things that the company has going for them. Okay, about the company. Essentially, that's what these price targets are. But guys, I've been ranting for too long. Bio to the moon. Okay, a little hypocritical and ironic, given that we're down almost 14% a day. It's horrible, right? Okay, guys, it's fine. It keeps you humble. It keeps you sharp. Keeps you researching and humble. Okay, this is not financial advice. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all so much. See you later.